Hey Riot, I'm Salvador, the Heartless One Romero. I'm a computer science major at Texas State University, and I'm applying for the Inside Analyst position, internship position, for the summer of 2018. And I actually decided to do a video recording because originally I was trying to do a Excel spreadsheet with a bunch of stats from my match history, and I decided, well, what better way to show my analytical skills and be able to analyze something than to analyze one of my gameplays and see what I did wrong, what I did right, and all that type of stuff. So uh, while this getting set up, I actually did take some notes, to prepare myself, to keep myself in track. But as this is starting, I'll talk about League and me. So I started League. I started playing League sophomore year of high school, and the very first time I played League, I completely hated it. I did not understand the game, and this game is actually very. If you don't understand it, you're not gonna have fun. So after that, I stopped playing League for, let's say, a month or two, and then I looked up videos and decided to play again. And because I understood the game from the videos, I actually started enjoying it a lot more, and I just fell in love with the game and started playing it. So let's talk about our matchup down here. But we have Morgana Varys versus Janna and Kate. Morgana definitely has potential to determine the outcome of this lane if she hits her binds. If she hits her binds, then there's not a whole lot I could do. You see, right there she hit a bind, and even though I had my shield on her, she still took a pretty significant amount of damage. Not significant, but every little bit counts. So if Morgana is good at hitting her Qs, she's definitely gonna be able to determine the outcome of this game. So that's what I want to do. I just want to keep my ADC safe. Shield her every time I think damage is coming, all that good stuff. Something to actually mention about supports is that you don't want to take damage as support, especially if you're Janna. You're Janna, Lulu, maybe Lulu, because Lulu plays a little aggressive. But definitely not Janna, Soraka. You want to stay back. You want to not take damage. You want to play to your character strengths. My character strengths, Janna, shielding people, keeping them alive. That's what I want to do. Morgana's strengths, just trying to hit her Q. If she hits her Q, she could set up many ganks. If she would have set up that, she would have hit that Q, she could have definitely set up a gank. If she actually would have saved her Q for after Warwick was ganking and flash Q'd Caitlyn, that would have definitely been a kill right there. So maybe that might have been a misplay by Morgana. Yeah. So something you really want to do is take advantage of people misusing their abilities. Morgana missed her Q and then she black shielded herself. So as soon as she black shielded herself, I went straight for the Varys because Varys is their ADC. He's the one that's going to be doing the most damage. Morgana has auto attacks and her tormented soil, but Varys is definitely going to be the one that I want to focus on. Right here, this exactly shows you why Janna is annoying. Just keeps your AD carry alive. And sadly, I took the kill right there. Ah, man. If I would not have taken the kill right there, that would have been a lot better for my ADC. As a support, you definitely want to nurture your ADC, They're your little baby. They're your little kid. You're Mama Janna when you're in Janna. You want to nurture her and feed her and give her all the CS and give her all the kills just so she can grow up and carry you. That's the dream. That's the dream of supports. You want to see your little kid grow up to carry you. Sometimes, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you have to help other lanes. But that's basically the idea of supports. You just want to help everyone. So we have an advantage. You could see me going back and forth right here. That's because I don't want to get ganked by Warwick. And if I stand right here, just using myself as Janna vision, I won't I could tell when Warwick is coming. Like right here, he's coming, and this is actually a very cool, very nice play that I'll be able to talk about. As soon as Morgana used her spell shield, I misplayed this because as soon as Morgana used her spell shield, I should have used I should have saved my tornado instead of putting it down because Warwick is level 6. He's level 6 in this, and Varys is not an immediate threat. Morgana is definitely not like a big threat, but Warwick is. He's level 6. He could stun one of my he could stun me or Caitlyn. So I should have saved that Q for after Spell Shield went away. And definitely going back to that, you know. See, he spelled shields. I put mine out, and then he ults me, you know. And if I would have right there, I took so much free damage. And if I would have timed that tornado right, sorry for all the sound, but if I would have timed that tornado right, I would have definitely survived, and definitely could have probably stayed alive and maybe taken this tower or maybe taken dragon, you know. So that was a misplay by me. And then something really important is vision. Vision, guys, and vision and ward positioning. Ward positioning is very important because, as you can see right there, Morgana had to go deep inside that bush just to kill it. So let's say Morgana wants to hit this ward right here. If Gragas was right here, he could pressure her, and we could have saved this ward. Another thing I didn't do is, as soon as she missed her Q, I should have gone back and started auto-attacking her. Without her Q, she doesn't really have any. She is not really a big threat, you know. Something that's actually really cool to think about is, you see how this side right here is a triangle? Well, if it's a triangle and you have two sides lit up, then if you have this side lit up, the area inside here is going to be completely safe. So a good way to do that is putting a ward right here in this area, and then also putting a ward in this area. That means this whole side is lit up, and we know if Warwick comes in from here or he comes in from here. So that's a good point to make. You know, we're not really ahead, but we're not really behind. No, Morgana doing her thing. And the reason I want to do throw out some random tornadoes sometimes is because I know Warwick is probably not gonna come down back here because he's died 3 times down here. If I hit a tornado, Caitlyn could easily follow up with a trap or with just some auto attacks, and that would put us farther ahead in our lane. You know, we always trying to get an advantage. You're always trying to get an advantage in League, no matter how small or how big. You always try to get an advantage. And this is exactly why Caitlyn is so annoying. She could easily hit you under tower without getting punished. You know, she completely stayed full health. She got hit by Morgana Q, and my shield negated a bunch of the damage that was coming to her. And we just have them at their own tower. You know, we're playing to our strengths. Definitely something that I really want to emphasize is that for me, getting Sightstone before Art and Sensor works for me better because I want to keep my ADC safe, you know? I want to keep my ADC safe. I accidentally dropped my mic. Sorry, guys. Anyways, I want to keep all my teammates safe. So, and Vision's gonna, help me accomplish that goal. So vision, in my opinion, might be the most important mechanic in the game. That you know, that could be debatable, but as a support main, I understand the importance of vision because that's my job. Especially with Janna, because she has such good mobility, and she could easily ward pretty far away, and still be able to come back to lane. So I probably should have warded deeper and stuff this game. You know, fighting for vision control. Again, doing vision again. All we have to do is play safe. You know, we're winning this lane. We have more pressure. All we have to do is, you know, slowly gain leads. You know, she took an arrow and a tower shot, and she still came out with like full health. And that's Caitlyn. That's Caitlyn and Janna. We're just playing to our strengths. You know, we know Warwick's around there. And this is a very nice play. Salty, salt, 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 salt. Salty, salt, salt. Man, yeah. That's a tilter. You know, that's 5 minutes of flash right there. That's a very important summoner spell. I always hate doing that too. Anyways. Keeping that vision control. You know, my teammate's in trouble. I'm going to try and help them. You know, it's my teammate. That's a very smart play by Gragas, by the way. As soon as Morgana queued, he just body slammed forward to negate a bunch of the CC that would be in him. You know, my positioning probably could have been better right there. I probably did not need to be that close to Gragas to heal him, and because I was too close, I got hit by Viger's stun, and now I'm low health. And now Warwick's chasing me. And a funny thing about like chasing the support is that it's never really worth it if you're gonna die and you're gonna use like abilities, you know, because Warwick could easily use that flash to engage on like a Caitlyn or a Nazir, or just get the final kill. You know, he had to use it defensive because he got greedy and started going for me. Which I guess is support you kind of want to do, trying to bait them, trying to annoy them as much so that they try to like blow abilities on you, which is actually really good. No. Now this Azir ult was really great. You know, he just delivered very straight to us. As soon as Warwick jumped on my Caitlyn, exhaust, I probably could have better positioning there. You know, I took way too much damage. I had to use my ult, but we still got him. You know, sadly our other teammates died. But you know, Darius doing his thing, and then now we're doing our thing. You know. Sadly, Caitlyn died, but it's all good. You know, we're pretty. Even though it doesn't seem like we're ahead, you know, with Janna, uh, you can definitely get ahead pretty quickly if you know what to do. Something that I misplayed right here is that I went this way for no reason, and I had to go all the way over here just to help Darius out. And even though that doesn't seem like a big deal, let's say in a scenario where Darius may not have been as tanky, or maybe it wasn't Darius, maybe he was like some other squishier champion. You know, I want to be there for my teammates to heal them and put my shields there and negate a bunch of damage. That's my job. That's Janna's job, to keep your ally safe. You know, basically. So this is the part where 19 to 16. Earlier it was 16 to 16, and now we have a pretty good lead, and we're gonna play to our strengths. We have Caitlyn sieging towers because she has long range, and we have Azir, who can also siege towers pretty nicely. Everybody's resetting, and we're gonna try to keep doing the same thing. Force objectives, force things that we need to do. Something important right here that I want to point out is that my positioning, let me back up real quick. My positioning right here was pretty bad. Darius is a tank, so there's no reason for me to waste, to put myself in danger just to save Darius, Darius is going to be able to handle Warwick, and I just got too close. Warwick took advantage of that, and he ulted me, and I died. Thankfully, we still came out ahead, and it was easy for us to keep an advantage because of that. Oh man, yeah. I mean, it sucks that he flashed after the projectile was coming towards him, because that definitely could tilt you. You just wasted flash for no reason. Doing the same. We're going to be doing the same thing. We have Azir and we have Caitlyn. That's all we want to do. We want to push our advantage. We're going to keep going mid because we're good at sieging. Something that right there, I could have probably aimed my redemption a little bit towards our base, because I knew Caitlyn was gonna run towards there, and sadly she didn't get hit by it, but she did get hit by my ult, which saved her. And we're pretty far ahead that it didn't really matter that I missed some of those abilities, but you definitely want to point your flaws out, because what if it wasn't? What if we weren't far ahead? Like I said, even though we won this game, there's still there's always room for improvement. There's always room for improvement. And now that we've taken inhibitor, this is actually very important, because now that we've taken inhibitor, it opens up plays at Baron, top, bottom, dragon. Taking an inhibitor is actually very important, because that's gonna put more pressure mid lane, and we could definitely do a lot of plays. We could have probably pushed another lane first and gotten an advantage there. So push mid lane, maybe head bot tower and try to get bot and try to go all the way up to this inhibitor. And if we get this inhibitor, we for sure can get Baron. So it's thinking like that, making plans ahead type of thing. If you plan ahead and you have a plan in mind, and you execute that plan, in mind, you're gonna be able to win. Azir gets ulted over here. I'm trying to make my way to him, shield him. I still want to stay safe, so I have to go behind this thing. I noticed that I'm not gonna be able to reach him in time, so I just ult over the wall, keeping everybody alive as much as possible. Right here, I flash for him. He flashes too, so right there, it's kind of worth. But if I would have charged my Q right there a little bit longer, I could have definitely killed him. I just got too into the moment. That if I would have been patient and would have left my Q charging a little bit more and then released it, that definitely would have hit him. And that would have been another kill for us. We don't have the jungler, so we don't want to do Baron. We don't want to take risk that we don't need to take. We're ahead. We don't need to take risk. They need to take risk. We're pretty much Warwick just tried to ult me right there. You know, they have to take risks because they're behind. You know, and now that they're behind, now that they're low, we could continue fighting this. We could continue doing this. You know, Morgana's already a half health, and it's actually very important because right here it was a. It's kind of a. There's no right scenario for the red team. We were gonna get if we get Baron, we would have easily won this game. If they didn't try to go for Baron, we still probably would have killed them because we were far ahead. You know, it was just they were just trying to avoid the inevitable at this point. So that's the end of the game. They end up surrendering. Hopefully, you guys actually enjoyed like me talking about my game and like analyzing it. I definitely enjoyed it. You know, I see all my errors and everything I could do better. And hopefully, you guys consider me for the inside analyst position. And thank you.